Welcome to Ask and You Shall Grow. And today's episode is about money. And I'm here with Ellen Koster, who's my finance coach, and she's been helping me learn about money and what it means, and not just the practical side of money, but also the emotional, spiritual, and energetic part of it. Because that's a huge step that people ignore, that blocks them or doesn't allow them to fully have abundance in their life. So, Ellen, please tell us a bit about yourself.
Thank you so much, Catherine, for being here and to be in your podcast. It's very exciting. I just came back from 2 weeks of Mind Valley University here in Amsterdam, and also realized that there's a lot to do around money. Also within all the people, there were a lot of nationalities, and you and me, we talked a lot about the energy around money. That there's a lot to do, how we feel with money, how we feel with ourselves. And for me as an entrepreneur, 30 years already, I really had some trouble and some challenges around money in my life. It wasn't only influencing me as an entrepreneur, but also in my personal life. And making decisions around time, making decisions around what I feel I'm worth to spend money on, how I can enjoy life. It was a huge difference for me to figure out that we all have a relationship with everything and also with money.
Yes.
And I can share with you, my relationship with money was not that positive. So that's why I felt like life was what it is. But I figured out that something really can be different.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, I found, because Ella and I have been working together for quite some time now.
Oh, yeah. So about 6-7 months. Yeah.
And since then, because the beginning of me discovering that there was a block, let's say, right, that you just described as well for yourself, was in the workshop that you did. I just call it a game.
Yeah.
Where you said, okay, let's pretend that money is a friend.
Yeah.
How do you feel about money? I did not have a good experience. I thought if money is a friend, money just comes and goes. I don't like money. I don't trust money. I was like, wow, that is not good. That's really not good. But I didn't understand that I felt that way because I'd never asked such a question. And I'd never thought of money as like an energetic being or something that is in your life that way.
Yeah.
And it's because I didn't even know I was feeling that way myself with my own feelings of my life. So it reflected something within me. I didn't trust myself maybe. So it's really quite confronting, but it was wonderful. And that was the moment I realized, okay, how do I change that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, the first realization is when you realize that you can change it, right? So life can be different also with money. I still remember when I realized that I didn't like the money part in my life. And mostly we see money as something outside of us.
True.
We have to take care of it. We need to make the decisions every day. And what is a crucial point is that we're not taught in school around money, actually.
True.
And we are taught in our school to work, earn money, and pay our bills. And then the next month we work, we earn money and pay our bills. So our consumption mindset to spend what comes in and have a little bit of reserves. And those reserves are done emergency funds. So if something breaks down, we want to save. So actually that's a negative thing for us to save the money.
Because you're preventing.
We are preventing bad things, and we're going to protect ourselves to always have enough money to make sure we have enough money to pay our bills. So for me, a lot of things changed when I started to learn more about finance and investments. And that was around 2018. So I learned that investments are not that scary. It's something to learn about. It's very good also to have money working for you. But for me, it was quite a challenge to go there. So I see a lot of, especially women, also struggling in this area. To start with investing, it's very important to start investing in yourself first, in the knowledge, and then start being in a positive way, also start saving some money to make memories. Because we're asking so many times, do I have enough money? Do I have enough money? Will I have enough money? Especially as entrepreneurs.
Right.
Will I have enough clients? Will I have enough money at the end of the month? We'll feel better in the beginning of the month. We feel a little bit worse in the middle. And then at the end of the month, we're like, oh my gosh. Especially the women are just changing from having their regular job income to entrepreneurial income. So that's a big change. It's more trust. So I'm challenging also women to start changing different questions. ask yourself, am I making enough memories? Am I experiencing the life that I want to? Because we are so into the money stuff. Like, so let's say we start working, we make career, we earn more, we spend more. It's like having a bigger house, bigger car, more stuff. And then the commercials say we are more happy.
That's true.
And then we're so disappointed because then all the stuff comes in, for me too, all the stuff comes in, but I'm not feeling really much more happier.
Indeed, what's interesting is that it isn't about the money, it's about the feeling. It's what you explained about, coming back to the point before that you said, that you were scared of these changes that you were making, and women are scared. And the fear is actually the underlying problem. It's when we're in love and happiness that we enjoy life. Whether we have 10 euros in your bank account or 100 euros or 1,000 or 10,000, that can't be measured by that.
Yeah.
And I think that's also the key to really enjoying your life and having abundance. It's not worrying about that, because that comes when you are happy. It's almost the other way around. And we're not taught to think that way. We're taught to think, first think about this and then be happy, instead of be happy and then think about it.
Exactly. So we're sold on when we have enough money. So when you have the money that you have in your mind right now, that you can do everything that you want in your life, then you think that you're happy. But that's not true, because the underlying fear is still there. So I was talking to a lot of entrepreneurial people last week at Mind Valley. They come from all over the world. So I asked them, what is money for you? And a lot of people said, a lot of women said, it's like energy for me right now. So it's flowing through my life. And then I asked, was this always the case in your life? And they said, no, no, because we are growing up, not only not educated in school, but we also growing up with parents, especially in our first 6 to 10 years, where we see things happening around money, decisions made with money, talk about money like it's too expensive, we cannot afford this, etc. That we are forming, we are creating, actually in our mind is created our truth around money.
Yeah.
And in our unconscious mind, we just take that with us. So our perspective in life is actually made from the country where we were born, so the culture, the family that we were growing into, then the education that you have, because there you see what you can earn, right?
Yeah.
And then you say, okay, this is my framework, this is my life.
And this is also what I believe I can have, based on the money beliefs I've been given, not actually the truth.
No.
It's so interesting. I heard something from someone on TV, I think he's a comedian, and he was saying how if you have a flea and you put it in a jar that's only, I don't know, 10 centimeters high, the flea thinks I can only jump 10 centimeters. You take it out and it realizes, wait a minute, I could go high. And that's exactly the same with your beliefs. You're taught this is you, this is what you can be, but it's not true.
Yeah.
And it's not just money, but money is obviously a big thing that people care about, because it gives you access to resources, to possibilities, to experiences that you want to have.
Exactly.
So it's obviously the goal is to have experiences, not to have a lot of money.
Yeah, and everybody wants to, but then we think about winning the lottery because we don't have access to the money. We think mostly in scarcity because we are brought up in a scarcity mindset, right?
Most of the time.
Educated, etc. So also in the system of all the commercials, our news, everything is based on fear.
Yeah.
Especially around the money side. So when you want to change that, it all starts within our thinking. So the way we think is creating our life. And most women do feel like shame, guilt, regret, not feeling worthy. This all around money. And what we see especially is when we have not enough money. I had that one time in my life. So, and I felt shameful. And actually what I felt by that is there's something wrong with me. That's what we feel. So that's a very deep rooted feeling to go down to. The other one is just a little bit up, is feel guilty when you have too much money.
Yeah.
It's like you feel guilty that you have too much money.
It's
so
wrong.
I do something wrong. So those two is really influencing in our society, especially with women, because they're very giving. So whenever I ask women, are you a good giver? Who's a good giver? Yeah. And I said, who's a good receiver? Well, I'd rather give that way. And everything that we experience with problems around money, where is money involved, there is some influence still today with how we make money decisions. And it's really affecting the choices we make, the way we want to live. And it's also scary, to make new choices.
I think that's what's interesting. And I think the advantage I had in general is that I belong to multiple cultures, multiple languages, and I moved multiple times. So I had the advantage of having experienced other places and thought, oh, there's no one truth. And that helped me a lot because when I spoke to you about all these things, I thought, oh, of course there isn't one truth. I can try another way. I can think a different way. But it's actually really scary to change what you know for most people because it's not, they haven't ever done that. A lot of people are fixed in, this is who I am, this is how I live, and this is facts. But, when you've come from another country or live in somewhere else, you suddenly experience there are other truths and that your truth is not right. Yeah. And that helps break it. And I think that's really what would be ideal for every woman and person to experience, breaking through that so they can be free. Because that's what abundance is about, isn't it? It's about being free to enjoy life, to deserve it,
to be you. To be you. There's so much, like me also, I recognize that I lived so much to the outside world, what is expected of me. What I mentioned also with the workshop, I am what I think that you think that I am. Again, so I am who I think that you think that I am. So I'm adjusting to different situations. I'm adjusting to different people, right? So I'm trying to fit in. And that's a way different than when you say, I belong. So here you go from own creation who you are. But we are so far from creating because we are more in fear. So our brain, most of our brain is not thinking consciously, only 5% maximum. I wasn't aware about that. So I became aware about, I was not thinking consciously, I was thinking unconsciously, and that my brain is here to protect me. Fear also has a certain importance in our life, right? And a certain role, because when we are walking and we are having fun and we are walking on a mountain and we are ready to hit a cliff, but we're not paying attention because we're not fearful, we just walk down the cliff. We go down and we're dead. Yeah, we need fear. It's okay, important. So we need fear to pay attention. When we control by fear, that's different. Because when I'm talking to people, and especially also women, that they do not like what they do, for example, with working, or they are doing what they like to do, but they're not receiving the value in money for their work, then there's something wrong. And that's the thought process. So when I started to change my thought process, it really started changing my life. And this was the most interesting thing, because the way we think is the way we feel, the way we feel is the way we do, and the way we do is the way we act, right? With the result. So actually you have think, feel, do, have. But mostly we're just like, this is my result, I want to change it. So I need to earn more, I need to do more, and I need to be lucky. That's not how it works. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. But what's interesting is you can get to the subconscious, and you recommended this amazing book that helped me a lot, actually. I've been saying affirmations and doing mirror work, and that means that you go to the subconscious. I do it at night and in the morning. I don't know if also you have done that and that helped you, but it does go straight to the subconscious. That's what you want to go to. And when you change that, it's almost like what you're doing, what you've described now is you're like, this is the result. I'm going to change the world around me externally. And that's like looking in the mirror. I have a stain on my face. I'm going to clean the mirror. That doesn't work. The mirror is not dirty. Your face is dirty. So you have to wipe your face. So if you go into the unconscious, you're going straight to the place you want to change. Yeah. And then, of course, you try to do that in your real life. But those are the steps, really, that go to you first. How can you change you so that the world responds differently to you? Exactly. So when you want to feel rich, when you want to be rich, it starts now. It doesn't start on your bank account. Yeah. It doesn't start when the money is coming in. It doesn't start when you think you're successful. It doesn't start when somebody else says. It starts when you make the decision, you make the choice, I'm rich. And what is a rich life for you? So you make choices. You make choices where you are, and also connect to nature. That's a really big thing. We are nature. We are natural beings. So if you want to load up it's very good to be in nature.
Yeah.
And to be still. So let things come in. We are so much into hurry. So stop being rushed. Be still. So your heart can talk. And then from there, make a conscious decision how you would like to spend your time.
Yeah, because having a rich life or an abundant life, let's say, because I think that's a good word to use, it really is your choice. It depends on who you are now. It can change in 10 years. It could have changed 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's different according to you. So you have to figure that out, and that you need that stillness also. Like, who am I now? Who do I want to be? How does that look?
Exactly. That are good questions. You know, to look back, just start today, because I feel also changes doesn't have to wait so long. Like, see in your life, like you put on paper, I would like to live in Amsterdam. Well, if you go to normal mind, right? So everybody's talking like, whoa, it's very difficult. Why? Oh no, that will never work. It's very difficult. And now you already have it within 10 days, right?
But this has happened to me before. When you decide for yourself something and you don't think how, you don't think of the how, you just take action towards the goal you have. It comes at its own time, sometimes faster than you expect. And I was willing to try every day and keep looking. I was like, okay, I don't care how long this takes. I'm going to try. And it came much faster than I could have expected. But I also didn't say for a minute, it's going to be hard. I said, we'll see how it goes because I'm very lucky. Yeah. And I told myself, I was like, no, you're lucky. Everything always goes well for you. Yeah. And then it did. And I think it's really hard to have that faith. But when you finally feel you deserve it and you're not asking something that's wrong, then it comes easily to you.
Yeah. Of course, for you, this is the new situation for you.
Yes.
Before you had some money blocks.
Definitely.
Right? So you worked yourself through the money blocks with the money coaching mentorship. And so it's also good to know where you are right now with money.
Yeah.
So there's where it started also with me. So where I am with money right now and how did I get there? And what I also figure out, once I realized that it's my thoughts and my doing from there that created my results in life. So in 2018, I was not so happy about my results. So I was really a little bit disappointed in myself. I was like, oh, it's my doing. It's my doing. I was like a little bit, mad on myself or something. And then I realized, oh, it's my doing.
So
I can also change it.
Yeah.
So there is where it started. I got so excited. I didn't know how. I really, have several coaches, several mentors helped me through the years. And so many things changed from there. But it went step by step.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Absolutely, Ellen. And it isn't, at least for my own personal experience, I needed to confront myself. And that's a very hard thing to do because what you said, it's you.
Yeah.
You made this world that you live in. And that's the part where I thought, oh my God, I don't like how things are. Then I need to change something and actually realize I need to go to therapy and do this therapy. And then I need to find more steps. And I found you and I did a few other things. And I thought, okay, I'm finding the how now. But I felt it needs to change here. Yeah. And that made me look for the steps. And all of them together helped me come to this place.
Exactly.
But it had to start with me. It was my own choosing to be where I was, which I didn't like.
Yeah.
It wasn't anyone else doing it.
So one thing is I'm very grateful for. There was somebody telling me that I had a choice.
Yeah.
And you all have a choice. We all have a choice. But what are you choosing? And most women don't know what to choose. So let's say when I'm talking to women, so when everything is possible, how is your life looking? What does your life look like?
Yeah.
What is your life? And then they're like, okay, let's do it the other way. What do you don't like? What do you don't like in life right now? And there it comes. So now you're going to think reverse. So reverse thinking is put down everything you don't like in life.
Yeah.
And then write down the opposite. So you do know what you like. So that can help, make more clear what you do like in life. And also get more understanding where you are right now. How did you come there? It's not because something is wrong with you. There was something, maybe a little bit not. I experienced some things when I was very young that was not really healthy for me. Let's say that. And that was the same with you. And that we carried in our lives. And that makes us, the way we think, the way we feel, do, and then were our results.
Yes. That was the block.
That was the block. And then actually we also talked with the masterclass, I still remember, is how to reach your goals. Do you remember that one? So there are many people that want to earn more, right? Everybody's like, I want to earn more. Okay. So how many people do succeed earning more? Not that many.
I was going to say,
right? We all have a ceiling because of our beliefs, first of all, but also the way we think. So what is quite important to know is there are a few things and important for us to reach our goals. First thing is know where you are.
Yeah.
Know where you want to go. Take the first step and keep on moving to where you want to go. Okay.
Why do you want to be there?
Exactly. Why? That's a very good one, because if you know where you want to go and why it's important to you, how it will make you feel, how important it is for the people you love, how it will change your life. So it's like a puppy dog sale to yourself. And we are scared for that. Don't do the puppy dog sale because you did not make it happen yet. And why we are feeling scared is because we think that we also need to be in control on the how.
Yes.
We need to see it how. No, we only need to know why, what and why. Take the first step. Keep on moving.
I think that's you hit the mark, because faith is the thing that we're fearful very often as women to have. And of course, there's the other guilt, the not feeling worthy, and other things you mentioned. But if you don't have faith, it's possible. I like to think of the best case scenario is actually quite scary. It's surprisingly scary. You're like, well, if everything was wonderful, I'd have this life. You think, oh my God, that's possible. I can think of that. It's kind of scary because you've never done it maybe. And you're used to thinking the other way of, I'm going to prepare for the worst. And what if we don't have money? And what if I don't save? And so it's very interesting to navigate that change.
And also what is very interesting to see is, let's say that you paint a picture, how you would like to live, is what person do you need to become to enjoy that life? Because probably the person that you are right now
is
not enjoying that life. Because we are missing some skills or the way we react on things or habits we have or things like that. So are we ready to change? And what I always share, growing is living. So when in nature nothing grows, like a plant is not growing, it's dying. And we are dying inside if we're not growing. And you see it in people's eyes. So regularly now I'm in Amsterdam, so I go by the train, and then I still remember last year I started here in April in Amsterdam, and I was walking in the train and said, "Good morning." Everybody's like, okay. So you see it in somebody's eyes. If there's life in there, or it's like, it's just on automatic pilot. And I just really would like everyone who's listening be challenged where I want to grow. What is my intention for today? And be grateful for life. We are live the life, please. And there is unlimited money in this world. It's not limited. So once you change it, also for you, there's unlimited money. So if we change, once I change my focus on giving value in a natural way, the money will follow.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Before I was focused on having enough money. And what did I get? Just enough money to pay my bills. Because there's where I focus on. And where I focus on, the energy goes.
Yeah.
So it's so important to become aware of the way we think, but also what we like in this life. There's so many opportunities, and age doesn't matter. So I figured it out when I was 48. Yeah. It doesn't matter. My life completely changed in the last 7 years. So I went from nothing, ending a relationship, started new, fresh in life, new city, new house, new work, new finances. And where I am right now is a location independent income. I just picked up my camper. I'm going to travel in Europe. I'm going to work. And it's so amazing to see. And in the meantime, I learned about investments. I'm also building my portfolio, having money working for me. So, and when I can do it, everyone can do it.
Yeah. I think it's this adjustment of like, how do I become that person I want to be? To think the best case scenario is initially a little bit daunting. Once you get used to it and you're like, okay, and you give yourself that time and the space, I really needed it. I'm sure you did too, to get used to that and be like, how do I have to show up for that life? And then it becomes wonderful. And indeed, what you said, live your life. Life is going to end one day. The fact that you're healthy and alive is actually amazing. Every day when I wake up and meditate, I'm grateful that I'm alive.
Exactly.
Because I speak to people and I have arthritis, I have this problem, I have that problem. I'm like, wow, I don't have any of that. That's amazing. And I can live a life where I take risks by doing exciting things like dancing and other things that are harder. And I think, wow, and I can do it.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I'm so grateful.
It is incredible.
It's amazing. And we don't do that. We don't appreciate how amazing our life actually is already, because we're focused on what we don't have. And that's such a shame.
Well,
because
you know,
we'd enjoy
it's
it
what
more.
nearly everybody is doing. So we are just duplicating. So to change your life, very practical, is start focusing on what's there you like and think about what you like more in life. So the universe can give you more of what you already like. And that's the big difference also seeing in your life.
Yes.
Okay, so, you know, and stop comparing.
Yeah, that's a really
You know,
important thing.
every leaf. So when you look at a plant, you get the microscope. When you look at the plant, no leaf is the same. And in nature, they're not saying, oh, I like that leaf more than mine. Oh, you're more pretty than mine. No, they're not doing that. So, and we are doing it like, that person is better than me. Who can I be? Da, 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 da. And it's going on and on and on in our mind. So, and it takes courage to be you.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so it didn't come like I just tell you, you know, I picked up my camper. It's quite an adventure. I'm here with my little doggy, and she's going to join me. And it's not like everything just came like, because I changed in the meantime, but I also invested a lot in myself. I did positive psychology, did the investment and finance trainings, went to Dr. Joe Dispenza, did the whole Tony Robbins University. Got certified as a money coach, as a business and money coach, also with the Money Coaching Institute in Los Angeles. So it's not something that
It costs you energy and a lot of time and everything.
I mean, it's really a conscious choice every time.
But it's a beautiful thing, because then you live the life you want, not the life you are expected to live or told to live. And it's really different. It feels like yourself. And I think that's the most powerful thing, to be really yourself.
Yeah. And for me, very grateful that I had the money flow coming in, right?
Yeah.
In the meantime, to pay for all the trainings. So and that I could change my career. You know how many people tell me change your whole career beginning 50? I said, yeah, it's all okay. Just do what you love.
Yeah.
And I would also say to the audience, when you're now listening, take a pen and paper and write down what's for you right now. Because that's how it started with me. I'm writing down, journaling, what's there for me. Because then I'm focused, and it does something also when you write down, does something with your brain. And then you're more focused, that you would like to pay attention on that. So when you focus, energy goes and it grows. So if you want something to grow in your life, write it down.
I agree with that. I was actually going to ask you, do you have any tips for people how to do that? You gave it already. But really, I think also as a teacher, because I've studied, of course, how people learn best. With learning, the best way is also to write, to see and to write it. Yeah. There's something literally about using all different senses, whether that's watching, hearing, writing. The more engaged you are with what you want, the more likely it's going to happen.
Exactly. And then do that with the why, your motivation, why you like something, because all women are worthy to create the life they desire. And thank you so much for starting this podcast.
Thank you so much, Ellen. Thank you too for being
Beautiful.
on there. It's been really amazing. Thank you.